Lynn, I think you've heard from Gabe, but I'm getting married. Congratulations, Holly. Thank you. All those years of trying finally paid off. He's an elite working for a big company. I've hit the jackpot. That's great. And guess what? The wedding is in 2 months. It's going to be super extravagant, so look forward to it. The wedding? I'll send you an invitation, so make sure to keep your schedule open. You don't need to send me an invitation. Why not? Because I have no intention to attend. Oh, come on. There's no need to be modest. The reception will have a full course, French, by a top chef. Oh, I'm already excited. It's going to be a memorable day for you two. Are you even listening to me? So get ready for a lavish wedding, okay? You jerk! Excuse me? Why are you insulting me out of the blue? Why didn't you come to my wedding? It's supposed to be the happiest day of my life. You've ruined everything. How? Why did you cancel at the last minute? We're sisters, even if it's by marriage. Skipping my wedding is so rude. I even sent you an invitation. Wait a minute. I didn't cancel at the last minute. I told you from the start that I wasn't coming. But you sent the invitation anyway. Just because I didn't respond doesn't mean you can assume I was coming. What are you saying? We're family, so of course you should have come. It was expected, even without an RSVP. Really? Yes! Not coming to my wedding is so rude. Even though you're an in-law, you're part of my family, aren't you? How impertinent are you not to show up? I'm not coming to an outsider's wedding. Huh? Remember this? You told me that once. That's why I didn't attend your wedding. What the heck? You said in-laws are basically strangers, and you didn't need to go to their weddings. Isn't that what you said? That's why you skipped mine 4 years ago, right? Well, that was... And you were worse back then. You RSVP'd yes. So we prepared a seat and meal for you, but you canceled on the day. Is this payback? That was 4 years ago. Yes, it was 4 years ago, but I remember how sad I felt. I wanted my family, relatives, and friends to celebrate with us. One absence can ruin the mood. That was unavoidable. I had my reasons for missing your wedding. Reasons? You just couldn't stand that I got married before you, right? You told me you skipped out of spite. I was so mad I couldn't help it. I was struggling with dating. And you two got married so easily. You can't blame me for not feeling like celebrating. Then you should have just said that and declined. Saying you'd attend until the last minute and then canceling is not okay. And on that day, you made all sorts of excuses. Like, the bride is ugly and the wedding looks lame, so it's not worth going. That was... Every time you said something like that, it hurt me deeply. When I found out it was just spite, I was speechless. That's why I vowed never to attend the wedding of someone who would do such a thing. But that was 4 years ago. Even after all that time, some things can't be forgotten. Please understand that. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Honey, are you still up? The wedding's over, so I'm driving back now.
Oh, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, but I'm exhausted.
I'm sorry, hon. I made you attend by yourself. Normally, we should have attended as a couple, but I really didn't want to go. You said it was okay, so I took you up on that. Did Holly give you a hard time?
Not at all. With the groom, their family and friends around, she behaved herself. Her stares were a bit intimidating, but she didn't say anything directly to me.
That's a relief.
The wedding itself was what tired me out. She changed her dress 7 times. I've never been to a 6-hour reception before.
Oh my God, 7 times?
I know she's always been obsessed with getting married. I knew she had high expectations, but I never thought she'd pack everything into one day. There were 5 different cake-cutting moments with different cakes.
That sounds oddly entertaining.
Well, as long as they enjoyed it, that's what matters. But her husband, Danny, looked completely worn out.
Oh, poor him.
Yeah, but who wouldn't be? The intro video alone was 40 minutes. It showed them from infancy to now, dragging on forever, making everyone watch their life story for 40 minutes. I was so embarrassed that I couldn't watch.
Geez, 40 minutes is overkill.
I guess she thought she was some Arab princess. That fashion show aspect was exhausting. Each costume change had her striking poses like she was on a runway. And we had to watch her dance and sing. At first, everyone seemed to enjoy it, but by the end, people were just tired. Especially the older guests, who found sitting that long quite tough.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, she went overboard. Otherwise, even the groom wouldn't look so miserable.
You're right.
And some of their relatives were even snoring. I think a few people left early, claiming they had urgent matters. Probably couldn't handle Holly's one-woman show.
That's a bit sad.
I almost fell asleep a few times myself. I was also starving. The food was delicious, but there wasn't enough.
I'll prepare something light for you when you get home.
That would be great.
I'm off work tomorrow, so let's have a late night snack and some wine together.
Oh, hold on. Danny just messaged me. He says he needs to talk. I should call him, right?
I wonder what he wants to discuss after the wedding. Don't worry, I'll wait for you. Go ahead and call him.
Thanks, hon. See you in a bit.
Lynn, I need to talk to you. What's going on, Holly? It's pretty late. Does it matter? Tomorrow is Sunday, so you don't have work, right? Well, yes, but I've decided to charge you for damages. You're going to pay for the entire cost of my ruined wedding. Your wedding? What do you mean by damages? Because of you, my wedding was a disaster. You have to take responsibility for that. What do you mean because of me? I rewatched the wedding video. I was shocked to see everyone looking bored and uninterested. I worked so hard for this once-in-a-lifetime event. I put my heart and soul into it. And yet everyone seemed bored. Because of you. Some people even left early. Who sneaks out in the middle of the wedding? Wait, why are you blaming me for that? I wasn't even there. Exactly! Because you weren't there. The atmosphere was ruined. I don't get it. Since you, a family member, didn't show up, everyone felt awkward and couldn't enjoy themselves. My wedding was ruined because of you. No way. That's got nothing to do with me for sure. Maybe it was just boring? What did you say? Gabe told me about it. It took more than 6 hours with the ceremony and reception. Of course people were exhausted. That's not true. I planned everything to keep everyone entertained. I didn't compromise on food or drinks. I wanted to do it over 2 days, but condensed it into 6 hours in one day. Oh my, it was supposed to be longer. You see, it's clear that it wasn't lively because of you. You've held a grudge for 4 years and taken revenge. Your awful personality ruined my precious wedding. Pay for the entire cost now.
Shut up, you psycho.
Eve, what's gotten into you?
Holly, you should be the one paying. Stop embarrassing your brother.
Gabe?
I couldn't stand it anymore, so I took over the phone. Seriously, this is ridiculous. Why should Lynn, who wasn't even there, pay for it?
Because she was absent. It made my wedding a complete downer. You were there, so you know. You know how dull it was. That's all her fault.
No, it wasn't. Your 6-hour reception was just boring. Stop blaming her for your failure.
How dare you? Are you saying my dream wedding was boring?
And now you're trying to extort money? I know you didn't get enough gift money. But what are you thinking? She isn't a cash cow.
What are you talking about? That's not why I'm asking for money. I just want her to take responsibility.
You're still making ridiculous excuses.
Sure, 6 hours is a long wedding. But I put in a lot of effort to keep it interesting.
Where was this effort? The intro video was 40 minutes. You had 7 costume changes. You just crammed in everything you wanted to do without considering anyone else. And you didn't even listen to Danny's opinions.
What?
He told me everything. He was completely against such a long wedding. But you wouldn't budge, so he gave up. It was all you're doing.
That's not true. We discussed and decided everything together.
Discussion means listening to each other's ideas. In your case, you just cried hysterically until he gave up.
How do you know that?
He told me so. After the wedding, he called me. He was desperate to talk to someone. I listened to him vent for a long time.
Are you serious?
He was worn out. He said he was exhausted from trying to talk to you and just told you to do whatever you wanted. He never expected it to turn out that badly. He regretted it, but there was nothing he could do, so he was in despair.
Regret? How could he say that about a wedding I worked so hard on?
It's not about your effort. You forced him into this.
No way!
He tried to persuade you to reduce the dress changes and shorten the time, but you didn't budge. The cost of the wedding ended up more than double the budget.
Well, that was...
But didn't you tell him that you'd cover the extra costs? Originally, the budget was $40,000, split equally between you two. In the end, you alone must pay $60,000.
Well...
But you didn't have enough savings, so you were counting on the gift money. When it didn't cover even half of what you expected, you got furious and asked Danny to help pay the rest.
I didn't think it would be that low. I told everyone it was a grand wedding. I assumed our relatives would give us a lot more. By that calculation, it should have been enough.
You're not a royal or even from a well-established family. The guests didn't ask for a lavish 6-hour wedding. You made it extravagant on your own, and now you're demanding money.
I'm not demanding.
I know you've always dreamed of a big wedding. I understand wanting to include all your preferences. But a wedding isn't just for you. It's about having a happy groom next to you. And considering the guests' experience too.
I thought everyone would enjoy it.
Holly, you need to get a grip. At this rate, you might really get dumped.
What?
Danny told me last night. After venting about the wedding, he said he was seriously considering divorce.
Oh my God!
He said, even if it wasn't his dream wedding, he wanted everyone to have a good time. But the dull atmosphere, blaming Lynn and complaining about the gifts, it made him lose his love for you.
That can't be true. We just got married yesterday.
But you're a nightmare, so it's no surprise. When he refused to cover the extra costs, you glared at him and said you would get some money from Lynn if you had to. He told me that too.
Well...
I won't let that happen. You need to talk to him about your future. You shouldn't waste time arguing here.
Wait!
Good luck not getting divorced.
Lynn, I'm in trouble. Danny really asked me for a divorce. Wow, he's quick. This is no time to be impressed. We just had our wedding. I can't stand the thought of separating now. I understand your feelings. He said he was sorry for asking right after the wedding, but he wanted a divorce immediately. He didn't want to be married to me anymore. He said he was horrified by my behavior. He thought my wedding dreams were cute at first, but it became too much and scared him. He also got complaints from relatives and friends about the wedding being too long. He said he was too embarrassed to stay married to me. It really was worse than I imagined. I'm glad I didn't go. But don't you think I had no choice? I've dreamed of my wedding since I was a little girl. I had so many ideas I wanted to include. You can understand that as a woman, right? Well, to some extent, I guess. I had some strong opinions about my dress, too. Exactly! You see? Girls have these dreams. So I need you to explain that to him for me. Excuse me? You need to tell him how important a wedding is to a girl. Sure, I went overboard, but it's not worth divorcing over. Please talk to him for me. If you really want me to, I can. But I'll also tell him why I didn't attend your wedding. What for? I can explain how special a wedding is to a girl. But because of that, I'll end up telling him everything. You ruined mine. If you're okay with that, I'm willing to help. You can't be serious. Don't make this about you. If he finds out, he's going to hate me even more. It sounds like you haven't told him why I didn't attend. You must have told him I rudely canceled last minute, right? Well, I guess you have no choice. If you told him the truth, he'd be even more horrified. He might be more determined to get divorced, right? Can you please convince him without bringing that up? I apologized for canceling 4 years ago. I now understand how it feels to have a family member miss such an important event. It took you 4 years to realize that. But please consider my situation too. Like I said before, I was desperate back then, having failed at dating so many times. Then, I found out my younger sister-in-law was getting married, and I lost my cool. That's why I canceled at the last minute. I didn't mean any harm. That's exactly the problem, Holly. That's why he wants a divorce. I don't get it. You lash out at others because of your own issues, not considering their feelings at all. You think explaining your circumstances will make everything okay. He's fed up with that shallow attitude. It's not just about the wedding anymore. No way. I understand now. Even if I tried to convince him, it'd be pointless. I think his mind is made up. So I'm sorry, but I won't help you. You can't be serious. Are you okay with me getting divorced? I think it's for the best, honestly. Wait a minute. I'm your sister-in-law. Don't you want to help me out a little? Not at all. To me, you're just an acquaintance. You're cold. As I said before, you were the one who treated me like an outsider and canceled my wedding. Don't rely on me now. Try to handle this on your own. Holly tearfully tried to persuade Danny. However, he was determined and coldly pushed away her desperate pleas, and steadily proceeded with the divorce. She sought help from Gabe and their parents, but after the 6-hour-long, overly extravagant wedding, no one stood by her side. Ultimately, she tearfully agreed to the divorce. She had to bear the full cost of the wedding she had crammed with all her dreams and desires. She also had to return all the wedding gifts, leaving her not only with zero savings, but also forced to sell all her possessions and take on debt. Now, she works at a bar until late at night after finishing her day job, desperately trying to pay off her debt.